Hi there, this is Self-Critical Automaton, and this is episode 21 of my Let's Play of Resident Evil 4. So, without further ado, I'm going to go run and read this note. Letter from Ada. Once a plugger egg hatches, it's nearly impossible to remove it from the body, but if it is before it hatches, then it can be neutralized by medication. If it does hatch, you might be able to get it out by surgery before it turns into an adult, but it won't be easy. There's a high chance you won't survive the operation. As far as I know, the girl was injected with the egg before you. Her time is ticking. You should prepare yourself for the worst-case scenario. So, I mean, that's kind of ominous, but a more important question is, how exactly did she know that I would end up, essentially getting dropped into a hell pit, fighting my way through some sewers, and then eventually crawling up out of... It's not even a secret passage that comes out of this grave. Oops. In fairness, I should have realised that was going to happen, because anything green is like an active interaction, whereas white text is just, you know, informational. Anyway, yeah, like, how the hell did she know I was going to be here? Like, it's implied that she's following me, so how did she know that I was going to come out here? Like, anyway. I'm not sure if this is completable yet. I think it might be. Fantastic. Actually, what does that say? A complete crown with all the jewels and insignia set in it. Thought there might have been something more interesting, but I guess not.
Welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Yeah. I'm never gonna get
selling.
Oh my god, I tell you what, I am very tired of. I'm very tired of him talking all the damn time. But I'm never gonna get tired of that, like, grand, wide open flapping of the pervert coat that he wears.
Ah, thank you. Is that all? Thank you. Is that
I'm not
all?
sure there's anything else that I can
Thank
plug
you.
these into, but just in case,
Is
I'm gonna
that
hang on to
all?
them.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Oh, he's out of that as well. Huh. Interesting. Because he did have it at the last one, and I didn't buy it, I think.
What are you buying?
So, I think I'm going to go with upgrading the TMP.
Is that all? Thank
And
you.
the rifle.
Is what are you
Oh, I can afford a bit
buying?
more, actually.
Is that? Thank you.
So, yeah, huh. That's quite promising, actually. There's quite a few upgrades there. As a save point, I suppose I should probably make a save. Oh, I also need to clear out all these old saves, because, yeah, I really should have gotten around to that by now. Anyway, let's get on with it. I might have said last episode, I don't really remember, I might have said that we don't go back to the castle. I remembered a couple hours ago as I was working up the energy to record an episode, that as a matter of fact we do go back to the castle and we do a whole bunch of fun things there. And also the place we were was not in fact the section of the game I've been calling the mines. Like, we never actually finished with the castle, it was just an underground sequence. So, the stuff I said about the structure of the game is still mostly true, except for the fact that, you know, we're just actually not finished with the castle yet, so, you know, you can't go back to a place you haven't left. But yeah, there's just a bunch of random dudes to shoot here. As you can see, they're pretty weak. And that is one of the things I appreciate about this game, and it's a thing a lot of games do, but occasionally where the path just routes you back through areas, or just against enemies that you fought earlier in the game that were tough then. Or at least, you know, not super easy, and now you just kind of lay waste to them. Just completely wreck them. It's quite satisfying. Although there's less of that to this game than, say, something like Dark Souls, where it's a bit more, you know, these skeletons kicked my ass, but now I can kill them in 2 hits. I actually feel kind of guilty about that, but still, that was a good throw. I'm pretty proud of myself that I took out all of them at once. Anyway, yeah, I had a thought... Can I? No. I had a thought about the ogres I fought in the previous episode. Namely, that is the fact that one of them is wearing a bandana and the other one some kind of like weird BDSM straps. Is that supposed to imply that possibly these are the same ogres I fought before? And that they've been sort of stitched back together? The only reason I think that is because in amazingly un-Lords of the Ringsy Lords of the Rings game Shadow of Mordor, you actually can kill your nemeses and they show up again later on. Even ones you beheaded can occasionally come back and they just have like a paper bag over their head, or their heads are bolted back together or whatever because you blew them to bits. Am I missing something? Oh, god damn it. Yeah, E and Q together makes you spin around, so that's what that was. Anyway, it's extremely unlikely, especially since both of those things died without serious damage to their faces. But, yeah, it's not likely. It's just an amusing thing to think about. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. So yeah, this is another inexplicable detour. There's a door that's locked, so we go down here, and then we kill some stuff, and then we come back. Actually, if I remember where this is correctly, this is a fairly long detour. Yeah, we get to go to the tombs. I completely forgot about this, or more accurately, I considered it to be a part of the mines. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, may not even be a consistent segment of the game. I might just be, like, in my memory, mashing up... Oh wow, up ahead rests the offering to the lion. Yeah, that wasn't a difficult puzzle. This lion door wants a lion offering. It's almost like a theme park, you know? Big sign saying this way to this thing, this way to that thing. Oh no, hang on. What if this is like one of those zombie survival or like murder mystery weekend type situations? I was joking ages ago about the possibility that this was just like a horrible cosplay event that got out of hand. You know, a bunch of people... What's it called? You know, like historical reenactment where they live like it's the 1600s. And then some lunatic with a bunch of handguns starts shooting everybody. But, yeah, I mean, like, considering how gamey a bunch of it is. I nearly said stagey, but that's an entirely different field of criticism. But yeah, all the stuff about, like, magic doors that seal shut when people see you and then open up again as soon as you kill everybody. All of that stuff. That's exactly the kind of stuff they might set up in an elaborate, like, zombie survival experience weekend. That would also explain why there's no guns, although it wouldn't explain why there's all this ammunition. Maybe Leon just doesn't know. Maybe he thinks... Okay, well, I mean, that seems like it was real. Still, maybe he thinks that, all of these bullets are real bullets, but they're not. They're just, you know, blanks, and then the actors know to lie down and look hurt. That's probably not the case, but still. That does make him, you know, the asshole who brought a real knife to the airsoft weekend. But yeah, that would explain why there's these inexplicable ancient tombs with, like, Tomb Raider-style treasure in them. To be honest, that explains a lot of things. It explains why there's, like, a castle full of medieval monks. Like, this is just someone's LARPing weekend gone horribly, horribly awry. Like, if you look... For fuck's sake. In fact, maybe that's just why, like... Maybe that's why he can tread in so many of these traps without breaking his leg. In real life, these things just kind of wreck. I keep saying wreck, I don't like that. They just kind of, like, completely destroy your leg if you step in one, because the spikes will cut your flesh, and the spring is usually strong enough to break bone. But this guy does not seem to care. So maybe he just thinks that he's this incredible secret agent who can tank bullets and things like that. Anyway, he's clearly not, because these are like, they're props. That's the word I've been looking for. They're props. These are prop. Oh boy. I love it when I get saved by clipping issues. Anyway, gotta try and wipe this guy out real quick, because there may be another one. And he may be downstairs. Someone kind of needs to explain to these people exactly how to, I guess, assault an entrenched position. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, there's lots of them, but I'm just saying, I don't think climbing one by one into a window in front of a man who has a shotgun is the wisest idea I've ever seen a person do. Do you do an idea? Did not mean to do that, but okay. I love you, shotgun. Right, and as you can tell, the spooky music stopped, so we're fine. I guess there wasn't a second chainsaw guy. But yeah, if you look closely, you can see it's a prop chainsaw. They don't even... Oh, hello. They don't even have, like, chains on the chainsaws. It's like those, Face down, ass up. That's the way I like to shoot these guys. Oh, that's interesting. That didn't fall down and explode like the other ones. Disappointed. Where's your consistency? And he said Konami. That's completely wrong. This is Capcom. I guess you could call this Capcom consistency. No, that's terrible. That's probably going to be the episode title, isn't it? Anyway, I think I got everything here. Yep. Okay, this is going to be fun. So, yeah, what horrible zombie apocalypse theme park would be complete without an amazing roller coaster ride? You know? Maybe Leon's an actor too. Maybe he knows what's going on. Maybe this is like Ashley's 16th birthday present or something. This mad weekend. So this seems like a serious problem, but flash grenade takes care of that. There's multiple of those. I'm not sure if I got them all. You know, I really don't know who designed these traps, but, is there a secret item? I vaguely remember there being, like, a secret item that was, like, clipped below the floor of this area, and you could get it if you stood in a particular corner. I might be well, that wasn't it. That was just on the floor. Still, I'm glad I checked. Anyway, yeah, it's time for Disney's Thunder Mountain, which is, objectively the best. Well, let me put it this way. This is objectively the best theme park ride in this game. Bar none. It's completely the absolute best. I wouldn't even put roller coaster, the best roller coaster. So, it does take a while, though. I really, really hope I don't die and have to do it twice, because that'll be embarrassing. I like these skulls. They don't even look quite like skulls, really. They're just paper mache, you know, it's all props. But yeah, although I suppose it would be more likely to be Leon's birthday present than Ashley's, considering that Leon's the one who gets to run around and do stuff. Whereas Ashley is very much a damsel in distress, so maybe her dad's just kind of a dick. Anyway. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of just kind of mowing people down, running them over, that sort of stuff. Oh, that's not what I need. So, if you're paying attention and know what you're doing, you can pretty easily pop them before they get too close, which means that they fall down and then you run them over and you don't have to actually fight them. I think I hit that guy, but whatever. There's actually a lot of options to get good loot here as well. Simply because you wipe out so many of them so easily, so... But obviously you can only take the loot that drops into your cart. I actually thought I could get out of the cart here, I guess not. So yeah, conservation of ammo is kind of the important thing around here. Which is why the shotgun's so good, because they're all so eminently shootable, I guess. I mean, they're all standing very close together, so it's not difficult to just make them go explosion. That might be all of them. Anyway, I've always felt like you're supposed to be able to get out and walk around here, but you actually aren't. But yeah, you know, this is like those weird alternate reality, VR rides, or AR rides, I guess. There was one I really wanted to go on when I was a kid at, I think, Thorpe Park. Where it was like, go into the Pharaoh's tomb, and they give you like a laser gun that you could use to... Did I catch that guy, or did he get run over? So it's like half a roller coaster and half like a theme ride. Yeah, you really don't want to get that chainsaw guy to drop in here. Anyway, it feels like there should be like some cool scenery to look at over the course of this, but really it's just the same brown rock walls over and over. I guess there's not that much more to say. Which is unfortunate, really. As I understand it, the entire sequence is pretty... Well, as I remember, the entire sequence is mostly pretty easy, but towards the end there is a QTE that routinely takes me by surprise. Is this okay? I feel like the staff really should have strapped me into the seat. Isn't there like a serious safety standards issue here? It's almost like this is some kind of Yeah, this is where I die. I'm so bad at these. For fuck's sake. Okay, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut here. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut here and I'm gonna do that all over again, because this game has an incredibly bad design decision right here in that. You have to do this whole long-ass sequence, and then there's a QTE, which is actually quite difficult, because you need to hammer it really fast. And hey, here's a fun fact you might not know. A lot of keyboards, if you hammer the key too fast, it simply does not record half of the inputs. So it doesn't even know that you tap it really fast and you're like, why do I keep failing? Well, that's why. Because game designers hate you. I did say I was going to cut. I guess I'll cut here. So yeah, I did it. You do not want to know how many tries that took me. Actually, I shouldn't say that because it took me exactly the one try that I edited out. But now that I've said that, you'll think I didn't do very well. So yeah, any game that has a segment which, you know, cannot be avoided, and which also... any segment that you're likely to have to repeat and which you cannot, like, save during and have to do the entire thing over again, especially if it's an on-rails segment, which this literally is. Any game that does that immediately needs to lose 5% off its, like, Metacritic ranking. I swear to God. Like, I don't make the rules. Well, I'm making this rule. This rule is a rule that I have made. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Much beloved classic, Resident Evil 4. You lose 5% off your Metacritic ranking for this, because that is unfucking forgivable. I guess I'm still salty about the last time I played through this when it took me no less than 6 fucking tries. Anyway. Fed the lion, I guess. So yeah, I guess this episode comprised an entire chapter. Congratulations to me, I guess. Anyway, save, yep. So, I think there's a save point right here as well, so I'm just going to save again because... I don't know why they offer you chapter saves and also have a save point immediately afterwards at the start of every single chapter. Like, I mean, it's not something that I find objectionable, it's just I find it quite odd. Anyway, yeah, that's all from me. I'll catch you later. Bye.